What's up, gamers? Welcome to Articulate. I remember I came up with a pretty good intro. I don't remember what it was, because last time I was like, should I do an intro? And then later that day I was like doing stuff, and I was like, oh, I could do this for the intro. Well, it was welcome to Articulate, the podcast where I'm anything but. Right, guys, wasn't that awesome? I thought it was pretty clever, kinda. So that's like the whole point of the thing. I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I don't know how to say words properly. And so, I'm kind of like fast tracking my way into becoming good at like commentary and speaking and whatnot. Because otherwise, it would take like decades, honestly. With the rate at which I record gaming videos, because I'm always editing them, it takes forever. There's a video coming out later today, though, on the Every Single Juncture channel. It's a brand new Portal video. It's pretty funny. There are some good edits in it, but it is kind of boring when there aren't edits going on. I don't know if that's just me. Probably not. It's actually because I was in the editor. I'm like, it's like a chill vibe. It's a very chill video, With a bit slower pacing, because screw what everyone else says, it doesn't need to be making a cut every freaking half a second or whatever, and then adding funny things every other frame. But turns out it actually makes for a pretty boring video when you do that. Well, anyway, today we're here laying on the floor because I've been doing a lot of that lately because of depression and whatnot. I really don't know if I mess up my schedule, like my sleeping schedule, and then that makes me super depressed, or if it's the other way around, if I like get kind of depressed and then I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep or whatever, which is weird. I don't know. Maybe I have like insomnia. I don't want to just say I have all these things when like I don't know. I've never even been like diagnosed for depression, although I feel like that one, honestly, you can kind of just guess with depression, I do have like almost every symptom of it, and regular people aren't always this sad and whatever. I feel pretty safe saying I have depression without being a medical professional. I'm gonna make fun of myself in editing because in my brain it sounded like I said professional, but it kind of came out weird, and I kind of just said professional. I don't know. I probably just recreated it horribly, but so this episode isn't a video episode, unfortunately. But yeah, the video episodes have really helped me to realize that I actually don't even move my mouth when I speak. Like, not even a little bit. It looks so bizarre. I'll be like editing those and I'm like, wait, did the audio become out of sync somehow? And then I look closer and I'm like, how am I speaking without moving my lips, bro? Like, what? I actually don't know how to enunciate. So as I'm saying this, I'm kind of in my brain like, move your lips, please, for the love of God. Which is probably how I get a bunch of weird pronunciations and other things in like gaming videos and other podcasts. I was really trying not to say and whatnot at the end of that, because that's something I started saying recently and I kind of just can't stop putting it at the end of every sentence. But yeah, today's not a video podcast because I don't know, because that's a lot of work. Oh, and because I did the same thing I did last week where I was like, yeah, I got time to make a podcast, and then I was like, actually I don't want to make a podcast, and then earlier I was like, wait, what day is it? And it's Friday. Lo and behold, it is Friday, 7:09 a.m. My gaming video is scheduled to come out at 8, which is pretty strange having stuff scheduled, because like in YouTube you can schedule a video to come out at a certain time, so that way you don't have to go into your channel stuff and then like manually press upload. But it's weird because usually I'll forget that I've done that, and then in the morning when I'm like eating breakfast, or sometimes I'll schedule it for like later in the day, so usually I'm like eating something or doing something, and then I'll check my phone to just like clear out all my notifications and stuff, and I'm like, oh look, a new YouTube notification, and it's from myself. Like, I made that thumbnail and it's just there in my notifications on my phone, which is quite strange. I was gonna say this isn't a video podcast, but I decided to add this picture of this Shasta Tiki Punch, I think is what it's called. I don't remember. And I forgot how good those were. I had that recently and I'm like, hey yo, they're like so fruity and so flavorful. It's pretty crazy, because I kind of just decided at one point, like, I was gonna say I'm too old for fruit flavored things, but to be honest, I kind of just got sick of them. Like orange cream. I got sick of orange cream flavored things because they all taste exactly the same, which is cool, I guess, if you like that flavor. You'd be like, oh wow, it tastes like a creamsicle. But honestly, I want something that is orange cream flavored that is like kind of gross, because they never are. It's not like a spectrum of flavors within that. It's all just, this tastes like a creamsicle but in like a drink form or a candy form or ice cream or whatever. A creamsicle is ice cream. But just whatever you make an orange cream flavored, whatever you make into orange cream flavor. Hang on. I know what I'm trying to say here. If you make something that is orange cream flavored, it's just gonna taste like a creamsicle, which is really strange. I guess that's not strange, but in terms of other things, like, there are things that are like strawberry flavored that taste different, you know? Like if I grab a strawberry flavored granola bar, I guess. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind. But yeah, if you grab a strawberry flavored granola bar, it might not taste like a strawberry flavored ice cream or candy or whatever. So I don't know why every orange cream flavored thing tastes just like a creamsicle. It's kind of strange. But yeah, I had that Shasta Tiki Punch. It's really, really good. Maybe it actually just has like 50,000 grams of sugar in it. I don't know. Or maybe it's just like nostalgia. You know? Used to drink that a lot as a kid, I think. I'm pretty sure. I used to do a lot of things as a kid that I just do not remember whatsoever. I remember when I moved to where I am now, I'm a lot closer to a lot more family, and we went to this family gathering thing, and I think my aunt, actually I think she's actually my mom's cousin, but I kind of just thought she was like my aunt for my whole life, because as a kid, you're like, you know, those are all the adults, and they're related. They're, you know, if someone like isn't your mom or your dad, then they're like your aunt or uncle. But I don't think that's it, because I'm pretty sure she's my mom's cousin. And actually, this is not relevant, but basically, we went to a family thing, and then she was like talking to me, and she was like, you remember when you guys were kids and I used to take you all bowling? And in my head, I was like, hey, yo, like, core memory unlocked, dude. I forgot that we did that. I've just been going all these years thinking that I've been bowling like 3 times or something, and that I suck at it, which I kind of do. I don't know. Every time I go, I'm like, hey, I'm surprisingly good at this. I don't know, but I was kind of thinking of what I was going to say before pressing record, and I don't know why I always think that's going to help at all, because it always just turns into like 50 tangents going at the same time. I was gonna say, is Shasta Tiki Punch a poor person thing? I feel like it might be. I kind of still haven't wrapped my head around how poor we were when I was a kid, you know, because we like had a pretty good life, you know? We like ate food and had clothes and whatnot. I said and whatnot again. But basically, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's like that. I remember I saw this TikTok, or my brother showed me this TikTok, where someone said they like mentioned hug barrels. Like there's these little barrels of fruit juice, you know? Like punch or whatever. Various different I don't know how to speak. Various different flavors, and that was that enunciating thing. And you know, it's just pumped full of sugar. Like, you can taste it. It's like, they're like acidic. I don't know if that's something else or if that's the sugar, but it's the kind of thing that like kind of burns your throat a little bit. But anyway, my brother showed me this TikTok and was like, are hug barrels a poor thing? And I saw the TikTok and I was looking through the comments and I'm like, I didn't even know that, dude. Those things are legendary. I remember, shout out to all my Utahns. That's where I grew up. That's not where I live now. Don't try to find me. But we used to go to this theme park in Utah called Lagoon as kids, and with like all of our extended family and whatnot, like all of our cousins and aunts and uncles. But anyway, yeah, we would go there for like the whole day. It was like this tradition. We would go every year in the summer and eat like sandwiches, and we would have hug barrels there, and those things are absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. But yeah, it turns out they're kind of like a poor person thing. And another thing, when I was doing a funny little bit for, oh shit, we're already approaching the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna have to edit this down a lot, which I would have already had to do, but now it's gonna take even longer. And today's already Friday. But yeah, I was doing a funny little bit on the gaming videos about the Xbox. I was like talking about playing the original Portal game on the Xbox 360. I was like, I don't need to explain the joke, but basically I had to look up when the Xbox 360 came out to make this joke, and it came out in November of 2005. And I was just like, what do you mean 2005, dude? Because we did not get an Xbox 360 until like way after that. Probably, honestly, like at the very least 5 years after that, which I guess isn't that bad. Because like, how long has the PS5 been out? You know, you don't have to get a console the second it drops, and you couldn't in the case of the PS5 unless, never mind, actually I was gonna go into a story and I'm like, this is gonna lead to 78 more tangents, and we're at 16 minutes, so why not end the podcast? It's always weird to me to like do an intro and do an outro, so I kind of just yap for several hours. I've never yapped for several hours. That would be too taxing on my mental state. Having to edit several hours down, that would be insane. I don't know how anyone ever does that. Yeah, this has been Articulate with me, that one guy who does stupid little gaming videos on YouTube every single juncture. I'm gonna start doing lore, some more lore soon, you know? More lore dropping soon, stay tuned. Cause I've done like little teeny tiny little bits of lore, but then I discovered something that I will not go into a tangent about, but I have discovered something that I'm gonna do that has sort of allowed me to do even more lore stuff without, like, I could start introducing characters, which is definitely saying too much, but I can still keep it vague enough to where I'm not like spoiling anything, I'm not doing whatever, but I definitely need to end this and edit it so I can upload it. Bye. Leave a comment, I suppose.